This video is presented by NewMetalWorker.com. Most welders protect themselves from the heat and light that we create, but when it comes to the smoke and gases we generate, not so much. If you take a closer look at what you're doing, it might be a little scary. I had no idea this much smoke was coming up at me from a MIG weld. The really dumb thing is that protecting ourselves from the smoke and gases isn't expensive or hard. I usually have a fan like this aiming across myself and blowing the smoke and fumes out the door. This is very cheap and it works pretty good. You just want to take care that you're not blowing your problem out the door and into somebody else's window. Just being able to weld near an open garage door helps, but you need a fan to help encourage the smoke and fumes that go out the door. That rush of air from the fan also helps dilute what smoke and gases are getting inside your helmet. Most welders use a grinder or wire brush to clean up the edge along which they're going to weld. That's a good start, but the heat from welding can run farther into the metal than that and vaporize any paint or contaminants that are on the surface of the metal. Cleaning the metal further in from the edge does take a little more time, but it can dramatically reduce the amount of gases and fumes coming up from the weld. And don't use just anything to try and control spatter. The real purpose-designed stuff doesn't cost much and it's very safe. I'll trust my lungs to folks like the people at Lincoln way before I believe some foreign expert. Commercially available welding masks are probably the best bet. This box of 10 welding filters from 3N cost me under $15. That's cheap to start with, but they seem to last a long time, so a box is going to go a long way. This filter is held on by 2 adjustable elastic bands. To fine-tune this mask to your face, you just pinch this aluminum strip around your nose. This valve on the front of the mask opens when you exhale and closes when you inhale. That keeps the bad air going out and the good air coming in through the filter element. And in case you were wondering like I was, the outer layer of this mask is flame retardant. The layers below this one are actually finer and really do most of the filtering. Getting this mask on is really easy, so you don't have that excuse for not using it. Just slip the bands over your head, pinch the nose piece to make sure that's sealed, and you're in business. And yes, the helmet closes normally. I've been wearing these masks inside my helmet for several days now. It's comfortable to wear, it doesn't interfere with my helmet, and it doesn't cause any fogging of the lens on the inside like I thought it might. Somewhere between that valve and the filtering media, it's easy to breathe with it on also. I'm all out of excuses. I'm going to keep wearing it. So, if you're welding and not doing anything to protect your lungs, you need to stop and think about just how smart that is. The precautions we looked at here aren't hard to do and are not expensive. So, it's up to you. We'll be the ones that aren't choking to death while we're waiting to see what you're going to do.